What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Alleyland. Hi. I'm going to be doing my update number, I think this is my second update for the hashtag thatsexpensiveprojectpan. This is a project that was created by Misty, I believe in collaboration with the PANtastic Ladies. Misty is just phenomenal. I love Misty. She's one of my favorite people to watch on YouTube, one of my favorite panners, and I will leave her link down below. But Misty is my bitch. I love that bitch. Shout out to Misty. So yeah, I have an update today. I have 4 rollouts. One of those rollouts is obviously our bonus product that we kind of rotate through every month with one of my palettes. But 3 others are just through my actual goal. I've met my goal. Alright, so starting with the first product, we have my Danessa Myricks Twin Flame Liquid Eyeshadow. This is in the shade True Love. My goal is to use this 10 times, and I have used this I've only used this 3 times. Last update I had 2. This update I've used it an additional 1. For a total of 3 uses. This one's going to be staying in. I am wearing this today all over my lid with 2 shadows over top of it. I really do like this. I do find that this has a really pretty reflect. However, the reflect I've noticed does not show up because I have to, I shear it out a little bit every time I use it. I don't leave it wet on my lids. That could be why I don't see the reflect. I don't know. I'm going to have to play with this a little bit more. So this one will be staying in. Then we have my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil. This is in the shade Amber. My goal is to use this 10 times. Last update I had used it 3 times, and I have used it an additional 2 times since then for a total of 5 uses. I'm wearing this today in my waterline. I really do enjoy it, but I just haven't been reaching for it. That's kind of the thing. I just haven't been reaching for it. So this one will be staying in. Then we have our Pat McGrath lipstick in the shade Fembot. This is what it looks like. That is the shade. Really pretty. Kind of like a dusty pink, dusty rose. My goal was to use this 10 times. Last update I had used this 4 times, and this update I have used it an additional 6 uses for a total of 10 uses. So this one will be rolling out. And then we also brought in our Pat McGrath lip liner. This is in the shade Desert Rose. Again, it is just kind of a like dusty muted rose, like a mauve tone. My goal was to use this 10 times as well. Last month we had used this 5 times, and this month we have used it for an additional 5 uses for a total of 10 uses. So I have met my goal on this one as well, and it will be rolling out. Then we have our ABH Dewy Setting Spray. This is into finish. Last update I had used this 8 times, and in the last month I have used it an additional 8 uses for a total of 16 uses. This bottom pink line is where I was last month, and then I have used roughly about the same amount of product. I will remark it, but I have used this a lot. I have maybe a third of the product left, so I definitely know this should be out probably in the next month or 2. Then I also brought in to finish my Urban Decay Stay Naked foundation. Last update I had used this 7 times, and then this month I have used an additional 7 uses for a total of 14 uses. I was at this bottom line last update, and then now I've used like a really good portion of it. I have a lot of windowing. Not sure how much of that you can see, but I do have a lot of windowing. I'd say I have about a little more than a third left of the product. So this will be staying in. I also brought in my Tarte Face Tape Powder. My goal is to hit pan. Last update I had used this 3 times. This month I have used an additional 5 times. I do not have pan yet, but slow going, still working on it. I've used this a total of 8 times in the last 2 months. This has been in since the beginning. So my goal was to use this 20 times. This is what it looks like. Last update I had used this 15 times. This update I have used it an additional 13 uses for a total of 28 uses. I obviously have gone over my goal of 20 uses, but I have really been enjoying playing with this. I have used this throughout the whole project. I have used this Cream Diamond shade 0 times. I have used this cream blush 6 times, this cream glow once, this powder diamond twice, this powder blush 14 times, and this powder glow extreme I have used 6 times. So this one will be rolling out. Last month, or last update, I brought in 3 new products. The first one that I had brought in was my Tarte Park Avenue Princess Bronzer. My goal is to finish this. And the last month I have used it 6 times. And this is what it looks like. I did have pan prior. And I don't really think I have expanded that pan hardly at all. It's just slow going. I love this bronzer. It's one of my favorites. I do have a backup. It's very, very, very pigmented, and I am at my fairest right now, so this one is a smidge too cool toned. If I'm not careful, it could be a little too dark. So this one will be staying in probably for a while. Last month, I also brought in this Fenty All Over Metallic Powder. This is in the shade Brain Freeze, which is like a gunmetal black silver shade. My goal is to use this 10 times, and I've used this twice in the last month, so I do have a few more uses. I am wearing this today as well. Kind of just mixed in somewhere within this eyeshadow look. But I really do enjoy these powders. There is a little fallout with these, so you kind of have to be careful with that. But other than that, they're really, really good. I really like these. And then my bonus palette for last month was the Pat McGrath Rose Decadence palette. I believe this is a part of the Divine Rose collection as well. And this is what it looks like. Just a very kind of like rosy pink palette. I rolled this in last month. I have used this a total of 7 times, so I've used the pans 7 times. I've used this first one right here once. I have used this one twice. I have not used this one at all. I've used this one twice, this one once, and this one once. So I didn't actually play with this one as much as I had intended to during the month of February, which is fine. These just weren't the shades that I was actually reaching for, and it's kind of just a learning curve. I'm just bringing these in to kind of just play with them and see what I gravitate towards organically within the palette. I'm bringing in 4 new products. I'm super excited. They're all going to be very expensive products, obviously. Some of them, most of them are just uses goals this time around. So the first product I'll be bringing in for 10 uses, my goal is 10 uses, is this Pat McGrath lipstick in Emmanuel. And this is what it looks like. It is just kind of this like corally pink shade. It's super pretty. Let's see if I swatch that. This is what it looks like swatched. Very pretty, very shimmery. So total of 10 uses is what I want to use it for. I'm also going to be bringing in a Pat McGrath lip gloss. This is in the shade Flesh 4. My goal is to use this 10 times as well. Give you a swatch. I do find that the Pat McGrath lip glosses are a little thick. I don't wear them a lot. So this is actually brand new. This is a shade I have not worn yet. And this is what it looks like swatched. Kind of just a really pretty, like, muted mauve-y brown. It is a very thick gloss. And then the new face palette I will be bringing in to replace the Natasha Denona Diamond and Blush is going to be the Natasha Denona Bloom and Glow. So my goal is to use this one 20 times. Instead of 6 shades, there are 4, 2 cream and 2 powder. I am really excited to play with this one. I have a lot of the Natasha Denona face palettes, and I don't play with them enough, unfortunately, because I'm terrified of the cream shades, especially this one right here being like super vibrant as it is. Actually, I think I'm going to swatch these two. Right. So, these are the shades. This one over here is the Glow Extreme Powder. Then we have the Glow Base Cream. Then we have the Cream Blush. And then we have the Duo Glow. They're all very pretty. This one over here isn't as bright as I thought it would be, which is kind of, but this blush shade, super intimidating. Super intimidating. So 20 uses for this one. And then our bonus palette that we are going to be bringing in is the Pat McGrath Celestial Divinity Luxe Quad in Deep Space Divinity. I kind of don't have a rhyme or reason for how I'm choosing which palette to use each month. I'm just kind of like reaching into my Pat McGrath like section of eyeshadows and just pulling one at random. So this is just a quad, and here is what it looks like. So it looks like it has 3 metallics, 2 metallics, 1 duochrome, and 1 matte. So I'm really bad at swatching, if you can't tell. But yeah. That's the quad. So I'm actually really excited. I do love those deep burgundy shades, and then like I love a brown to like burgundy to green duochrome. Those are like the shades I reach for. I'm obsessed. So yeah, this one will be used in just for 1 month, and then it will be rolled out for a new palette. That is our update. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please give me a big thumbs up with all my weird swatches. If you're not already, I wish you could maybe consider subscribing down below if you'd like to see more of my videos. I am trying to update more regularly. Is that happening? Maybe not. I'm updating, it's just not on time. So that's one thing you might have to get used to. But yeah, I will see you guys next month with another update. Bye!